They take Oracle on the other side, so there's your save. And if you only have damage coming out from the Leshrac, it's going to be a problem. You need some physical now. Being like disabling the Templar Assassin or whatever hero that they initiate on with the disarm doesn't feel great, but your magic damage is a lot less useful all of a sudden. Take the Medusa on their side. I hope we're not in for another 60-minute game. I got a serious case of deja vu when I see this Medusa against a Templar Assassin.
Yeah, just like a deep breath there. Neph, get your popcorn, baby. We're gonna have to strap ourselves in for this one. I have a feeling we're gonna be in for another long game. It's Envy, man. It's Envy, and there's a Medusa in the game. I don't know. 2 + 2 = 4. That seems like we're hitting late game. They banned the Razor, as expected. That would have been a great hero here now, especially into the Medusa.
Ooh, I hope we don't got a 60-minute game ahead of us.
It's all right. This 10-hour day is just going to turn into a 15-hour day. We'll be fine.
Yeah, it's all right. We're building Summit by the hour, right?
Totally. Totally. Last couple bans here coming in from both teams. I think if you're for Zoomers, like you need to get rid of some form of like zoning hero here. And Mars would be fantastic. He's really good at finding and zoning out Oracle, so that would make the most sense to me. They ban out Sand King. Okay.
Instant disable to get on top of these targets. You can build a Heaven's Halberd, which Templar Assassin is absolutely going to hate. That's all right. Mars still in the pool, right? Just grab Mars.
That's what I'm saying. They have to ban Mars. Like, four Zoomers need to ban the Mars.
5 seconds.
But we'll see what they do. NoPing has a few more seconds to decide what they want to do as well. Plenty of reserve time, though. So you thinking mid lane TA here or safe lane TA? Is this going to be like the Eternal Envy in the safe lane, or are we going to be seeing Gunnar taking the TA to the mid lane? Because I know Gunnar can play it. It just comes down to whether or not Envy can.
I think it's all likely going to be Gunnar playing that in the mid lane. If they want to get on top of heroes, they kind of need to wait for DK to get a Blink Dagger. But the Ember Spear would definitely make things a little bit easier as far as initiation prior to that DK coming online with the Blink Dagger goes. But not something that NoPing seem to be concerned about. Instead, they're getting rid of the Razor and the Bristleback. It's these heroes that are kind of annoying to take fights into and initiate on.
They banned the Axe. I'm actually not a huge fan of that ban. But maybe it has something to do with what they want to pick here for Envy. I feel like the potential for a Mars pick here is quite good.
5 seconds remain.
All right, show us that Mars.
We'll see what
Give
Oscar
Ricky
wants,
his
though.
prediction.
I mean, I feel like it just has to be. Like, there's not many other offlane heroes left in the pool. Mars is fantastic this game. I don't know what else you could want.
Hunter.
You could take Tide. We just saw Tide Medusa in our last game. It was quite successful, at least until 60 minutes. Which sounds kind of weird when you say that out loud.
Even more successful at 60 minutes.
Yeah. But last pick does go to the Zoomers, though, and that's one of the things that is beneficial with their draft right now. The TA being flexible, both mid and safe lane, means that they can, secure themselves a good safe lane matchup for Envy, and just put Gunnar mid on the TA. But if they, see a decent lane matchup for the TA in the safe lane, they might flex it and then give Gunnar a better matchup into the Leshrac. And it is going to be the Tide Hunter. Good call, Neph.
All right, hold on.
Update your little notepad real quick.
Neph 3, Ricky 0.
0? What?
Yeah. We're only 3 matches in so far, Ricky. You're not looking good.
Man, I'm looking great. I know what you're talking about.
Well, come on. Hit me with this last one.
Drow Ranger.
That's a good pick. We saw the Drow ban in the last game. Looks like NoPing might have forgotten, and we're going to see the TA Drow combo. And into the Tide Hunter and Medusa is actually really successful. So this is a great last pick here for the side of 4 Zoomers.
Eternal Envy and Gunnar girl boss. Oh, I'm stroking.
I'm sorry.
They're girl bossing it.
2 games in a row, it would seem.
Yeah. I'm not excited. This is probably a lot faster than they did game number one. Medusa doesn't really like playing into the Drow Ranger too much, just completely outranging him. You're going to get the bonus agility from the Drow Ranger as well with the marksmanship or on the Templar Assassin. Going to put a lot more power behind your attacks.
Seconds.
But they've got like great ways of defending towers here. Fighting into the Tide Hunter and Leshrac is going to be a little bit difficult. Oscar and Dark Mago, I have a feeling, are going to do quite well conjunction with each other this game. So if you can end up stopping early, getting an early Blink Dagger on move in this offlane, I think you'll have an easy time blowing heroes up. Otherwise, Panda Boo's going to be there in the saves and can be very easy for him to get in front of whatever target that Dragonite is trying to run at and get the quick aphotic shield off onto him. Hard to say. A little bit hard to say who's going to come out on top here, but NoPing being a super strong team out of South America, having spent more time together, and Four Zoomers being a kind of throw together roster that hasn't played in any officials yet, I'm going to favor NoPing going into this.
I am not. I'm going to favor Four Zoomers. I think Drow TA is too dang good against heroes like Tidehunter, Medusa, and Leshrac. I think NoPing just don't
Biased
have...
NA caster.
Biased NA
Absolutely
caster,
nothing,
absolutely.
no reasoning behind what you're saying.
No, they just don't have the core matchups. I think the core matchups here for Four Zoomers are very strong. And this, as long as, you know, Drow doesn't randomly feed several times in the mid game, I think that they are in a really good position here to win this game. But we are off to the races, man. Second series of the day. Really excited.
Look at that. 2-1 win ratio on Medusa, but only 36 total games. Excited for this one. They smoke up. They waste no time here on NoPing. All right, look, this is a well-coordinated team. They're going for a strike movement. Nyx Assassin, in fact, built boots at the start of this one. He's making a mad dash down there for the bottom lane. They smoke up on Zoomers as well. All right, we better see a clash here.
I'm looking for the blood, man. This is what we were looking for. We saw it in close quals. Some absolute bonkers fights before the rune spawn. I think we had like 6 deaths in one of the games. That was hype. Looks like Envy is going to pop his smoke actually on Dark Mago in the mid lane, and the rest of NoPing is going for a really deep wraparound, actually placing the Courier Ward, which I am a big fan of.
Yeah. If you can't kill heroes, kill couriers. That's the school of Ricky.
It's quite funny.
Sorry for taking that jab at you, buddy.
No, it's quite funny.
Oh no, Dark Mago?
Well, he's going to be fine. Arrow, well, less fine. It's getting a lot less fine. There's a Dragon Tail that's going to follow it up, and that is going to be First Blood going the way of Z-Freak. The wraparound, though, from NoPing. They are going to get the stun there onto Husky, finding themselves a little bit of a return kill. Envy, not where you want to be if you're a Drow Ranger, surrounded by 3 big old enemies there. Gush sets up a second kill here, and Angel sitting nicely on the backside, just kind of throwing out these stuns. Another one coming out. Gunner in trouble. A double kill for Oscar on the Tidehunter. And not the great start you'd be wanting for here on Four Zoomers. The question is Z-Freak even going to be able to get out of here? They have an Impale in 2. They're not going to dive the tower. Probably a good call.
Crazy that they all went down like that. I actually see a notification on Twitter. Apparently Gunner has been kicked for dying there by Envy. That's weird.
That is yeah, that is super strange. That was fast.
Oh, rough start to this game.
I mean, they did manage to get First Blood, Copium. Mid lane, Gunner versus Dark Mago, the TA versus the Leshrac. They both have about the same starting XP here, but it's going to come down to whether or not, you know, Gunner or Dark Mago can outplay the other. I think the lane matchup is decently even.
You're sitting very low on mana right now on Tidehunter, which doesn't feel great. You want to be able to spam out your Anchor Smash in order to secure creeps, and at this point already, he's getting zoned out of lane. He did buy himself an early salve with that for some of this kill gold that he has, but
yeah, a double kill, man.
Just money going into the sink. It feels like didn't send himself out any extra mana items.
A little bit of a pause here.
Let's see what exactly the problem is. But give us a chance to look at all these other lanes. The top, Angel on this Medusa matchup against Moo on the Dragonite. Who's going to be doing pretty well for himself. He helped with that assist. He's got 2 gauntlets already. I feel like you're going to kind of struggle here on the Medusa. You don't want to let this Dragonite get on top of you. A lot of time, if you can, you kind of hold your ground if they try to cut through the creep wave. But against this DK Mirana matchup, like even Medusa with the mana shield is under threat of just getting killed. He's such a long disable. Pandaboo will be able to. I mean, they could also initiate on Pandaboo here.
Well, Pandaboo just lost his courier, so he's pretty sad about that one. That was his stick.
Unlucky. 2 sentry wards and his stick.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing against a Templar Assassin. We saw the exact reasoning why you want these sentry wards on your support at the start of this one, so you can invade that triangle and block the Ancients from being stacked at the start of the game. But
They actually
he's
have a
not gonna be
nice
able to do
ward
that.
placed here to scout that rotation as well, Z-Freak. Actually just going to arrow some creeps instead. Bottom lane, Husky falling low. One more auto attack from Matthew will find it. He's got that bonus move speed thanks to those boots. And Matthew off to a fantastic start this game. Envy was underneath his tower though. Unable to help.
Yeah, dying. I mean, you have a bit of speed on the Oracle, but dying so quickly like that never feels great. He's playing super aggressive though. Just like walks forward into the Nyx Assassin. He doesn't want to turn on him and try to throw out an impale because he's still got a clarity sitting on him. But if they could turn this around, they've got some kill potential here. Could give him level 1 gush on the Tidehunter.
I mean, this Drow is
Mid
finding
lane.
very little CS here in the safe lane, and it should be beating the Tidehunter, so that's a little bit surprising. All right, what do you want to talk about in the mid lane here?
Mostly just the fact that getting out CS'd right now by Gunner here on this Leshrac. I mean, you have a lot more tower kill potential, but it's only going to get worse because the TA clears stacks so much better than you. It's not going to be. It looks like they're not trying to clear any stacks for them up in the top lane though. They're just kind of walking around on Z-Freak. Oh, catches the courier again.
No way.
One side's mission.
He
Oh
just happens to be over
no.
there.
Cunning play.
Oscar getting bullied out by Husky bottom lane, but he's going to turn it around here on Matthew. Envy's got to offer some help, but just can't do anything here as they just find the kill. Now Envy's the one on the run. He's going to have Impale in just a few seconds. Needs the mana,
Stick for
though.
mana.
Pops the stick. They get the Impale, and Envy will barely survive. Oscar now the one in trouble. Oh, Envy, don't go too far.
Yeah.
May the drow keep you safe.
Picks up a salve for him. But yeah, gonna have to get back on Matthew now, pop that clarity, and get your mana back up. But this bottom lane is going really badly. You're 0-3 right now on Husky. And again, you want to be like popping off as early as possible on this Drow Ranger, otherwise the enemy's just gonna be able to run at you. Do lose Matthew.
Just going for a little D-Ward? All right, you stuck around too long. I mean, at the end of the day, I think he doesn't mind all that much. Giving the kill on over to Husky is kind of irrelevant. But now he just comes back full HP, full mana. Doesn't have to like worry about it too much. So I think that's actually a pretty acceptable death.
I thought he was gonna bring some items for the Tidehunter, but it looks like he's not. Instead, he's gonna go mid. Yeah, he refills Dark Mago's bottle.
Always really nice to see. One thing to note, they actually blocked out the easy camp. Gunner had to D-ward that one very early, and there's no stacks made for him. Z-Freak's been farming his his hard camp constantly, so Gunner not going to be as farmed in the TA as we see sometimes.
All right. I mean, he's beating Leshrac. Well, he was beating Leshrac in CS until that wave there. Now he's probably gonna be trapped here in the mid lane. Now that I think about it, right? If he's not farming up these stacks and whatnot, and he's playing against a Leshrac who's got actually just 1 point Diabolic Edict. Never mind.
He will like start maxing it out at this point, but this is pretty standard. The 2-1-2. And Dark Mago cleaning up some stacks of his own, having a pretty good time so far in the Leshrac. Bottom lane,
this is how
Husky in trouble once again. Gush comes through. They don't really have anything other than auto attacks. Oscar trying to chase on the tower. Might pay for that one. Takes a little bit of damage here from the tower, but 2 points in the Kraken shell. He's going to be just fine.
Clarity's up on both these heroes, getting ready to go back. And if he had Anchor Smash on Oscar, he would have been able to find that kill on the Husky. But Husky's now sitting here at pretty low HP. They could definitely turn on him here and just finish him off. So Things are getting a little bit better for Envy down here. He's got some more CS under his belt, but he's still sitting pretty low in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Compared to Medusa, sitting like 400, 500 net worth behind.
Look at the XP too. Medusa's about to be level 6, and your Drow is barely level 4. So Angel is getting much more out of this lane stage. I mean, net worth wise, he's about 500 ahead as well. Top of the net worth is definitely still going to be the Templar Assassin though. Gunnar doing really well. Finds a DD rune on his way to his Dragon Lance, but we might have another situation where the Medusa starts to get it just a little bit too scary.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want as well. It took a really long time for the Medusa to come online in this last game. This game, I think it's going to be a little bit quicker for them. It's not like they have a mid out Ancients either. I think, never mind. Dark Mago's not going to stack for the Medusa. He only stacks for himself.
Yeah. Z-Freak chasing down Matthew here. He's trying to find the kill, but he's pretty tanky. Saved by the raindrops as well as having that stick, and he will finally go down. Just dies to the tower.
Radiant's top tower is in danger.
Little bit ends up going the way of Gunnar for that one. Picks up Possessed Mass. Has a double damage rune as well.
Moo actually diving top lane will take down Pandaboo, and with the Dragon Form, going to do a ton of damage to the tier 1 tower. This is one of those things that makes Dragon Knight such a strong hero. And you know, honestly, I haven't really touched on this. I am so happy to see Moo back in the off lane.
Oh, everybody is. I mean, one of the reasons, I think he's just wanted to play with certain players, and that's why he's been playing on all these different roles and teams just to make it work in the best way possible. He's very flexible, but definitely one of the best offlane players, maybe the best offlane player in North America, definitely between him and Brax.
Yeah, he is quite good. Not counting Lelis? Excuse me?
South America? Low?
I mean, he is on a North American team, though.
In plays from South American servers?
I don't know.
Top tower.
I'm just saying. I mean, obviously Lelis is incredibly good, and Ice as well. But you know, on NA teams, not NA players.
Okay, I'll give you that.
In fact, I consider EG a British team now. They got picked up by that football club.
Unlucky.
They are dead to me.
I was like, Neph does not
I
like
hate
that.
UK Dota so much, it's unreal. Dark Mago, he ended up maxing out the Diabolic Edict since we last looked at him, and he's just going to sit behind this tier 1 tower and Diabolic Edict it down.
Yep, that's the strategy. I told you,
Chad
go to 2-1-2, max out Edict, and start taking towers, and
Radiant.
he's looking really good. They did end up grabbing top lane here thanks to Moo's Dragon Form. Continuing the aggression. About a 1k gold lead here for Zoomers, but it's basically negligible as Dark Mago is now in the bottom lane thanks to these very early boots of travel as he's going to take that tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
Good tower gets fortified. They now look to push this one, but Oscar here, he's got Ravage available. You got to be careful if you commit onto Tidehunter. You don't want him to do too much, so Kraken Shell didn't pop there.
Yeah, they
And
got the
then breaking
tower
the
in that time frame. Great chain stuns there, and Oscar, he comes in with the Ravage. Dark Mago with a wraparound is going to be able to just pick up Husky pretty quickly, but now you're out of mana here on this Lesh. I think it's just it's just plenty of time here. The rest of Zoomers just disengage. Gunnar looking at Oscar. I don't think he cares all that much. Dark Mago can bottle back up now that he pops that illusion rune, but Dragon Tail in one. It does connect. Arrow to follow, but of course saved by the Abaddon. That's what we were talking about in the draft. You know, they're not going to have these easy pickoffs thanks to Pandaboo.
Yep, that was like their instant lock-in. They see those two big stuns. They go for the Dispel on it. They try to commit onto Gunnar, but you've got no mana on Dark Mago. And they're just going to turn this around on you as soon as you run out.
They're going to tunnel Pandaboo instead, realizing that he is just going to save anyone they go on, so they'll get that kill. Gunnar now being chased up, stunned down. Can he get out of here? Has refraction. Will give him some time, but Dark Mago can't burn through them fast enough. And now, once again, turning around this time, no Abaddon to save you. Oscar in some trouble. Dragon Tail nicely timed there, waiting for that Kraken Shell. Ends up being a super long engagement, but favoring 4 Zoomers there quite a bit.
Yeah, that would have gone different. Split Earth is just a slightly too low level. He tried to go for the stun on 2 heroes with it, and he ended up missing both of them after that Ravage came off. which is just kind of unfortunate. I do like what Four Zoomers did there. They kept the Tidehunter in place and they didn't commit on him after hitting him with that arrow while the tower was still standing, because they knew, okay, if we go on him right now, his Kraken Shell comes back up, we're surrounding him, we're setting him up for a good ravage, we just leave him where he is. And because the fight was kind of awkward to get into there for NoPing, things didn't line up exactly how they wanted, and Four Zoomers ended up coming on top there. But another pause coming out from side of Four Zoomers again. Usually we see these kind of pauses in these games coming out in South America when they're playing on USE servers, just due to the fact that sometimes ping is an issue, but a little bit bizarre to see it out of the side of Zoomers.
So we haven't really talked about Angel for a little bit. Like, we knew he was coming out of the lane very strong, but he is top net worth here, 60 to 50. Closing in on the Manta style, so a little bit of a different build we saw last game, but Manta definitely essential here. You can technically dodge Dragon Tail. It's not easy, but it's great against the Marana Arrow and the Gust, so it makes sense that we're going to be seeing the Manta here picked up from Angel.
Mm-hmm. You also get out of the root from Oracle and some other things, so a decent farming item for shoving out the lane safely too. And don't forget about that. When you're playing against the Dragon Tail, like one of the first things Moo is going to be going for is the blink dagger. You don't want him to be able to get on top of you and set up by like an arrow afterwards. So the dangerous areas when the DK is off the map, you just send your illusions out to the group waves.
Yeah, that makes
Keep
a lot
them
of sense.
shoved in. Play as safe as possible. What else we got going on here? Tidehunter's still working on his Blink Dagger. Ended up picking up Phase Boots this game. I talked about that in the last game against the Ursa. It was pretty important for the extra armor. Same sort of thing applies here to the Drow Ranger and the Templar Assassin. They're going to tear through any extra armor you have, or sorry, your base armor. So any extra armor you get is going to be pretty important. So that's why he's going for that instead of Mana Boots, which would be pretty helpful this game. I feel like somebody on their team needs to hold Mana Boots, though. Nyx Assassin ended up going for Tranks, and Abaddon doesn't have anything yet. They're going to have some mana issues here on NoPing.
Yeah, absolutely. There's an Invis rune here on Leshrac, but he is going to walk into it, and Envy will know as he starts to run away. Split Earth, though, does connect. The question is, will the Impale? Nope, off the mark. Arrow as well, though. A nice save there from Z Freak, thanks to the Moonlight Shadow, and I don't think they're going to be able to find a return kill here. Possessed Mask Drow is such a feels-good pickup.
Is under attack.
Yeah. I mean, all of a sudden, you're just healing up. You struggle to jungle without it. You're kind of forced to go through a lot of mana from your Frost Arrows and whatnot, and you can't really clear Ancient Creeps that well.
Did he
The
do
extra
the
agility
Max
and
Frost
those
Arrows? He did. Okay, good.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if he was going to go the stats build as well. I've seen Drow Rangers like just max out Frost Arrows and stats.
That would be a very Envy build, but it seems he's maxing multi-shot. It is kind of important here, being able to keep your distance and throw that out at all the enemies. You want to stay alive and have like DK and Templar Assassins sitting in front of you. So when you're not worried about the enemies jumping on top of you, you don't really need to max out your stats, because you're only getting 2 agility. You end up doing a lot more damage with multi-shot. Matthew's hunting the Drow Ranger here. I think they...
Look to their top tower.
He gets the stun, he's dead, and he definitely does. Well played by Matthew. You don't really expect to get dove behind the tier 2 tower here at 12 minutes by a Nyx, but NoPing make it happen.
And they look to stick around. Oscar's now here as well. Pandaboo arrives just because they committed 2 TPs down there. They were too late, unfortunately. You're going to use this opportunity on Z-Freak to farm up. He does play somewhat greedy on his position 4s.
Z-Freak is one of
going for
the
the Seal
most
Scepter.
greedy position 4s, I think. Like, he is super farmed right now. He is just slightly behind the Tidehunter and the Drow? Wait a minute. How did the Drow get down there?
You know, sometimes you're just unlucky.
That's like a Drow net worth mod check? What?
Don't Google Drow net worth or something like that. Am I getting the memes right?
Nah, it's definitely mod check's the new one.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's semi-appropriate. You're right, though.
I can't keep up with the hip young Twitch television lingo.
Dragon Tail out. Does catch the Abaddon an immediate borrowed time just to get him out. So on cooldown for 60 seconds, but you did also get Dragon Form here from Moo. You definitely want to like be able to pressure some sort of an objective with this. His Blink Dagger almost done. Just 25 gold away, but won't have the Dragon Form by the time it arrives.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah.
is in danger.
So he's probably going to just get back for. Actually, you could go for a kill here on Dark Mago as long as Panda Boo isn't behind him. That's
Moonlight
exactly
Shadow
what's
just
gonna
procced
happen.
under a ward, so they know that they are here.
Everybody starts getting back, and I think that they know this is happening right now. So going to disengage here on NoPing.
Dire's top tower
Envy's finally safe though. He can start to boost his net worth. He's on the other side of the map. Everything's happening elsewhere. Templar Assassin farming up the Ancients, but I don't think they'll sit back for long. They knew that they were under the Moonlight Shadow, but their next objective here on NoPing is somehow grabbing this mid tower. It's scary against a DK who now has his Blink Dagger firstly completed, but you've got Ravage on Tidehunter, and he's almost got his Blink. Once that's done, you don't really have as much to fear.
Yeah, Blink Tidehunter this game is going to set up some really nice kills here pretty early on because they have great follow-up, and they can always just start the fight with the Nyx Assassin and then counter-initiate with that Blink Ravage. 4-0 is smoked up currently, going on to the jungle. They're going to walk into Matthew. Nice response there from Moo. Just that quick Blink Dragon Tail sets up a kill there. Gunner, the one who picks it up. That's the brand new Desolator completed for him as well.
Yep. It does notify Dark Mago that's going on though, and he's going to boot to travel back into his base. I think they might get, well, they'll do some damage to the tier 2 tower, but they can't take it. All the creeps are gone.
Radiant's middle tower
And there it is. They do end up losing the mid, but Z-Freak ended up getting the deny off. He's got his Jewel Scepter completed, but Blink Dagger's done on Oscar, and they're looking to take a fight now that Nyx Assassin's back up. Yeah. Mystic Snake does not connect, unfortunately. And they smoke up here. Yeah, they're looking to go on Envy.
They're hoping to find someone up here in the triangle, but they're running the right way. The Blink Ravage catches the Drow like we talked about, and Envy goes down once again for the third time. Even Oracle on the backside can't TP out in time as Dark Mago just grabs a quick double kill.
Yep. I think Moo's going to do it.
They have eyes on Moo, yeah.
I don't know why he hasn't just blinked. He's going to pay for this with his life, I think.
He blinked down to the other side of the river. I think he's okay. Yeah, they don't have Ravage. They don't have any more stuns coming in. Oh, there's a Yules. And they definitely do have another stun. And that's going to be a dead Dragon Knight.
Yep. Surrounded by 5 heroes. Now complete domination. That Blink Dagger reveal on Oscar took Envy by surprise. The moment he tried to TP out because he realized he wasn't getting away, just Tidehunter on top of him. If Moo could have catched that originally, then they could have mitigated some of their losses, but the smoke actually popped from Moo, and they found Drow Ranger anyways. Unfortunate stuff, but with Ravage on cooldown, they'll probably look to make a play here on Zoomers. They need... Oh, Z-Freak waits for no one.
No, he just goes immediately onto this Nyx Assassin, and it should be a quick pick off. I think Husky's going to be the one that snipes it. Yeah, he is.
Radiant have fortified their structures.
But I mean, look at the net worth distribution here on the side of the Zoomers. It is a disaster for this Drow Ranger and Dragon Knight. They don't have much of anything. Moo just has his Blink Dagger, and yes, it is a good item to have right now, but he is not connecting onto any of these setups here. Angel just pops the ultimate. They're going to try and turn around, maybe even find the Dragon Knight. A nice gust from Envy, but he is still alone here on the DK. Blink Dragon Tail does come out, catches the Abad, and oh my god, those Psy Blades from downtown end up causing the ultimate to proc. Gunner will find himself his 3rd kill of the game.
From miles away.
Yep. I mean, while this is happening, Medusa is farming.
It's Roche
this
time.
This is a serious concern. They're going to go for Roche, though, yeah. But you almost have your Eye of Scotty on the Medusa. You've got Ravage up in 25 seconds. They're going to complete Roche before that happens, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to slow them down. If you'd done this one a little bit later, you'd have your Scotty done on Medusa, you'd have Ravage available, but unfortunate stuff.
Yep, Age is there for Gunner, and Z-Freak gets a Yules, does find the Nyx Assassin and a Dragon Tail. Should set up just another easy pickoff here onto the Nyx. All right, Zoomers turning it around after a couple bad engagements there, now tying up the kill score 10-10, and a pretty much dead even on net worth as well.
New treasures.
They're looking for Moo now, and there's the Ravage. Mirana made that even easier.
Yep, Moo trying to just TP home. I don't think that's gonna work. I'm super surprised by this. They just took the Aegis and then immediately just like split up NoPing, a great fight there as they find some big kills.
At the very least, this gives the because the Moran is dead, it gives the Drow Ranger to pull ahead with net worth. We're pretty close to being able to crack jokes about Drow position 4.
I mean, that is true.
But that would be mean, and we're not allowed to be mean.
This is indeed
Things slow down a little bit. You're scouting here on Matthew, trying to find anybody who's sitting in the jungle here. They'll be able to get on top of him pretty quickly with the creep wave being pushed in. The boosted travels on Leshrac. But they're going to play tight right now. Go back in their triangle. Moo and Channel Envy sitting pretty close to each other. I'm surprised that Moo isn't switching out his Heaven's Halberd that he's going for right now for a BKB. I feel like he needs to stay on top of targets, but prioritizing being able to shut down this Medusa with the Heaven's Halberd as the game goes on. Thinking long term.
Indeed, indeed. Gunner top lane just sitting on a trap, wondering if someone's going to show up for this wave, but they are all bottom.
Very hopeful. Very hopeful. Nobody even close to this one. Instead, they're just going to push this tower. They don't have Routed for another 60 seconds, so I imagine they're just going to avoid them until then.
Yeah, and Gunner's almost got the Ags. I mean, this is about the same thing that we saw last game, right? Where they just kind of stall it out and get some big items on this Templar Assassin and then be able to jump around in these fights.
Has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane, Gunner might be in some trouble here, but does have the Aegis to help on the backside. Oscar, where the rest of the team is coming in. Gunner? Yeah, no chance. He did finish up the Ags for this, but he is super dead.
He couldn't even get the refraction off before. Oh, he does. But yeah, super dead. And rest of the team manages to TP out with the space that Gunner made. That was his goal the whole time, copium.
I mean, he was there to farm his Ags, but just stuck around a little bit too long, right? Like, they took the tier 2 tower bottom on NoPing. You have to know that they're going to respond. Smoke up here from NoPing as they start moving their way towards mid, drawing that line. They'd love to get another pick off here on Moo. And Matthew, I mean, he can do it with just a Spike Carapace pretty easy. Oh, he doesn't have Vendetta. And instead, it's going to be Oscar that jumps in. There's going to be the stun, the follow-up. Angel just trying to do what damage he can out onto the DK. Pops the Manta Dragon Tail. Not going to matter. Oscar picks that one up very easily.
Now, just running it down here in the mid lane. No Roshan for them to take, unfortunately. It was what they would love to do at a time like this, but instead they'll settle for taking control of the triangle and pushing this tier 3 tower. And they'll push it pretty quickly with Leshrac here. 5 seconds to his got Diabolic Edict.
I mean, they don't even really need to commit it, honestly, but they will.
Another tier 2 tower taken. You got to 1 left before all your outer towers are gone. And Gunnar is going to be able to deal with this pretty well by split pushing around the map with his newly completed Aghanim Scepter. But this is going to make it even more difficult for Drow Ranger to catch up, right? I mean, when you controlled none of the map, yes, TA is able to get in and out of the base, but you were very going to struggle. You're going to struggle a lot on the position 1.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the play here is for Envy. Like, he's managed to recover his net worth a little bit, right? Like, he's managed to at least, get out of like 8th place. And he is now, a little bit in front of the Tide Hunter. Going for the BKB as his next item, which is absolutely necessary. I don't think he can play without it.
Solar Crest completed on the Tide Hunter, by the way. So
Dire's top
even more power going to come to this Medusa.
Yeah, NoPing is in a really good spot. They have a 5k gold lead. This Medusa has that Eye of Scotty completed. The Butterfly is on the way, nearly completed as well. Yeah, Angel is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Now, trying to invade the enemy team's triangle, but they are wise to it. They're playing a lot more careful now on Zoomers. Not going to let Matthew catch them out. Husky's lagging behind his team, though. Doesn't move as quick as the Dragon Knight.
I think Matthew saw him for a moment. You
He's
will see
looking.
Moo go into the trees there, so they will know. Matthew, however, did happen to walk right over a TA trap and a sentry, so they did know he was there, hence the immediate blink and TPs. So kind of a lucky break there for Husky and Moo.
Yeah. They're gonna know there's vision somewhere, but it's gonna be too difficult to get that D ward off. Now Butterfly completed here on Angel. Butterfly, Scotty, Manta Style, Dragon Lance, Imp Claw.
And he just got level 20, so that 35% Mystic Snake mana gain comes out. And yeah,
I mean, this is your timing on Medusa.
it has to be, right? You got to go high ground with this, or there's not a whole lot that Zoomers can do.
Yeah, you could wait for the next Roche, but you just completed like such a big power spike here.
I mean, Roach could be up to like 5 minutes away, and I don't think you want to wait that long. Tier 3 now under siege. Moo, I mean, he's got the blink. The dragon form is available, but that tower is falling so dang fast, and now the Rax is next. I mean, what do? You initiate on the Abaddon who sits on the front. There's not a lot of options here. And that's just a whole lane of barracks just taken, and they're not done. They're going to go straight to mid lane. They know they cannot be stopped. What a disaster here for 4 Zoomers.
I mean, Z-Freak was trying to clear out the creeps to stop backdoor protection, but Matthew was wise to it.
And that's exactly what they're going to do, jump the Abaddon, because, I mean, you can't go on anybody else. This is the weakness of this Dragon Knight Mirana opener.
They finally get backdoor protection thanks to Z-Freak, and they're going to have to deal with him now, but he's got 2 leap charges and a Yules. He's not going to be so easy to catch, so he manages to keep that second lane of Grax alive. Nice play there by him.
Yeah, Z-Freak is definitely keeping his team in this. Very good build here. The Blink Yules making him have a lot of mobility. Oh my gosh. Oh. Z-Freak. He does have a Dust and a Blink here on Matthew. The question is, will it connect? He does get the Dust, but the stun's off the mark. I don't know if... Oh, he doesn't have TP.
He's got no TP. Oh, no.
He has a Blink in 1 second. No Yules. He's just going to hide in the trees, I suppose. Wasting a little bit of time here from the side of NoPing. Dark Mago going to try and scout it out with the Edict. Obviously, hits through fog. So if he gets a clip... Oh! Oh my gosh.
Oh. Was forced to let him go, but he goes, all right. Enough of that, Mirana. We're just going to run it down.
We're going to go mid. Oh, gets the Blink off thanks to the refraction there. And ranged barracks falls, now on the way to the melee. I mean, you don't have a BKB on Gunner. I don't even know how you take these fights.
You don't.
Dragon Tail stun onto the Tidehunter. He's fine, though. 2 lanes of barracks completely uncontested here from the side of 4 Zoomers. Like I said, Neff, there's a big Medusa problem, and I don't know what they do to deal with it. Envy is just an absolute non-factor in this game.
It's going to be one of the longer Roche respawns, which is one of the saving graces here for NoPing. Envy is going for a BKB. It'll save him from a lot of this damage, but I'm still not sure how he fights into this Medusa.
He doesn't do any damage. That's the thing. Like, this Drow Ranger has 11,000 net worth at almost 30 minutes, and he's about to die here to Leshrac. He's got a split earth. It just doesn't look good here for Zoomers. Envy getting 630 gold on over to the Leshrac, as well as his level 20.
Just before he completes his BKB, and they manage to find Gunner as well. He's not getting out of this one.
No chance. Did not have refraction to give him the time to use that sonic projection. And with both cores going down, Neff, I'm feeling like Zoomer's going to tap out of this one pretty soon.
Envy never gives up. It's like I said, you never leave. The most dangerous animal is a wounded one, all right? You don't trap Envy into a corner. When 2 racks are down, when you have mega creeps, that's when Envy is at his most dangerous, okay? NoPing know this, so they continue to run at him. Even though he seems like an unthreatening drow, this is just like a fall from grace arc for Eternal Envy. You don't want to let him have the chance to have a recovery arc.
Well, Nick's stuck on the high ground. Panda Boo's behind him, and they don't even feel comfortable trying to take down a support at this point. They're, again, just playing this split push game, trying to cut bottom lane, but it's not going too well for them.
Yeah. This is what's going to keep their base alive, is continuing to cut these creeps. I think Z-Freak knows that. Yeah.
Z-Freak's gonna get found by Dark Mago. Ooh, gets the blink
off. He got the moves though. I can't lie.
This guy, Z-Freak, is a you know, he's
a gamer.
He's a
hard catch. No,
no,
greed got to him.
Gets the stun. I mean, he's just being a nuisance at this point. He has no way of actually killing the Mirana.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Matthew is alone. He just goes for the TP now.
All right. You win this time.
Is that 1 point for me now?
It is. Congratulations.
Oh.
And if 4 Zoomers win, like your prediction, you're gonna get another point.
I didn't predict 4 Zoomers. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I definitely said NoPing was going to win. Blink Dragon Tail. They do catch Nyx's Assassin. Envy does get the BKB off this time, and Moo, as Dragon Form do not committed, sir. There's no chance Envy will just TP out. But, you know, trading the BKB and a Dragon Knight for the 4th position is not ideal. He's going to have to buy back into this game if they want any chance of contesting this Roshan. Mirana's been found. She does get the blink, though. Nice Yule's play there. And Envy, he does get found. Nice save there from the Oracle, but he's just got to try and hobble away. He gets disarmed. He's by himself. He can't do much of anything here. Like, they're all crumbling one by one. I don't even know where Gunner is on the TA. He can't offer anything.
I mean, there's nothing you're able to do with your BKB on cooldown. I think this is just going to be it. There's no way you can defend. Buybacks aren't there.
They're just gonna go tier 4s and end the game. Like Envy is, he is almost. I mean, that is a poor drow. We'll just say that. That is probably one of the poorest drows.
Templar Assassin's the only girl boss in this game. Well,
What about Medusa, dude? The ultimate girl boss this game. Excuse me. Angel just gonna focus down to tier 3. Much of what we've already seen here as the Zoomers just have to watch as their barracks falls one by one. A very sad defeat here for the Zoomers. There's the GG. Envy calls it as he is nearly 1/3 the net worth of this Medusa.
Amazing showing here out of NoPing, and I mean, it was back and forth for a little while. Z-Fake definitely keeping the team in the game, but Eternal Envy just getting shut down from the start. Didn't have that CS in the lane phase like we talked about. They did a great job from the very beginning. The 2 kills under the belt of the Tidehunter, I imagine, made it even easier. I was a little bit concerned at the start when he had like not any mana to work with and his HP was kind of low. But he did a great job of shutting down this Drow Rangers game. So shout out to Oscar for doing an amazing performance on the Tidehunter. Dark Mago, you know, making plays happen all over the map. The boots of travel going from like the mid lane to the bottom lane, diabolic eating things down. Just complete map domination here by NoPing. Really, I guess, showing that they're super well coordinated. Like, this is a team that's been playing together for a while now.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't a huge fan of the Dragon Knight pick, to be honest. I think I talked about it a little bit in draft where like Dragon Knight seems to only really succeed when you have this like ancient apparition, right, that you can follow up these kills with, but you just have an Abaddon that completely nullify your offlane and your 4 position, and there's no follow-up that you can go for without putting your team in like extreme danger. And NoPing just outplays them perfectly around the map. Angel just a flawless game. 5-0, was it 5-0 and 5? Very low kills, but honestly an absolute beast on the net worth charts there. Yeah, I mean, 4 Zoomers looking real rough around the edges here for their first game.
Yeah, I mean, Drow Ranger is a sink or swim hero. It's possible they go with something safer. Some of these other Eternal Envy heroes were banned out, like the Razor. So maybe go for like a first phase Razor pick for Eternal Envy. This game, it's something that he's been playing a lot. The Drow Ranger, it's hard to come back once you start losing, right? Maybe just switch things around after the results of this game. Maybe go back for the Spectre or something like that. We'll have to see. But still, just the first match that we've seen these new Zoomers play together at an official. They could bounce back. They could improve as this goes on. Thankfully, they have a lot of games to play here in the group stage, and we're going to see more from them.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
Just the first game of the series.
Exactly, first game of the series. So that being said, we're going to be going to a short break. We'll be back here on the Loopbet Pro Series 7 with Game 2 of 4 Zoomers and NoPing. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll see you in just a little bit.